Hey, how's it going, Mark?
It's all set. I'm gonna get out of here. You're gonna help me.
Please put it away. It is not yours to examine.
But I am the temporary custodian. I must see if any harm has come to it during the escape. It's amazing how little interest your princess pays in what we have done here. If she were here, we could be out of the country by now.
I do not understand her absence. It troubles me.
I do not mind being the hired help, but I am paid for my expertise. But if my advice...
Where have you been?
It's funny that you should ask such a question, Your Highness. We were wondering the very same thing about you.
We feared we were followed. We took an indirect route.
Now, if you would be so kind as to give us a response about yourself.
I am satisfied just to know she is safe.
Well, I am glad that you are.
Enough! Your Highness, what has been lost is now found. I am pleased to return what is rightfully yours, the Dar Salam Bible.
At last. It is beautiful.
So this little treasure of yours was worth all the fuss, huh?
Most definitely.
Care to let me into the inner circle and tell me why?
No. You have been told all that you need to know. You will be told no more. But you have served my country well, and for this I am grateful.
I do not serve Doria, Your Highness. I serve myself. Now, your adulation is very interesting, but your cooperation would be better. Your tardiness has lost us precious time.
I left only because I was worried about you. If you had been here as planned...
We did what was necessary. What you did was not. Now, no amount of twisting of logic will change that.
You will remember who you are speaking to.
I am speaking to the person who is paying me for my help. I have given that help, and I'm willing to accept the risks that go along with it. But I am not willing to accept the risks that come from carelessness. I assume you did remember to call the airport to make sure that the airplane was fueled and ready.
Yes.
Good. We will probably have to make some alternate plans for our escape. We will go by the airstrip, but I don't think that it will be available to us any longer. These people have been incredibly naive, but I have to assume they will try to block our escape.
I suggest you stop lecturing and let's be off. Here, secure this.
Cars out back by the kitchen. We will go down in the service elevator so that no one will see us. If anyone does speak to us for any reason, I will do... Look at them. Hurry. Yes.
Hi. Yeah. You left this in the downstairs bar.
So what's your decision?
I'm gonna turn Lester down. I'm not going back to the hospital.
Surprise.
Come on, lighten up, Lori. Look, I know I did the right thing.
Yeah, well, will you be doing the right thing when you leave the clinic, too?
Who said anything about leaving the clinic?
That's the next step. I mean, I know it is. I've seen it coming on for months. You've been so unhappy with medicine that you're not going to stop until you're completely out. You're going to take this irrational fear of yours to the limit. I mean, I'm expecting for you to come home one night enrolled in cooking school and tell me you're going to be a French chef.
Sorry, speaking about being irrational.
Maybe I'm entitled. You're shutting me out and it scares me.
Maybe I'm entitled. Things I once thought were so important, I'm now indifferent to. And that scares me.
I'm not going to help you with your escape plan. Lance, I told you that before. I got a parole coming up in 18 months, and I ain't going to do nothing to blow it.
Just shut up. Listen to me. There's not going to be any risk on your part.
Yeah, right. All I got to do is figure out how to sneak you into the laundry room so you can get into one of those laundry sacks, right?
Just keep it quiet. I think you've been working around those dryers too long. It's starting to fry your brain. All you got to do is keep the door unlocked. I'll take care of the rest. It's foolproof.
If it's such a great plan, how come nobody ever thought of it before?
Because there's never been anybody as smart as me.
Suppose I do leave the door open. How you get past the guards?
I'll take care of that. It's my business. That's also going to be how you get off the hook. They'll blame it all on the guards.
I'm glad you're so sure.
I am sure.
I'm going to need a whole lot more than your promises to convince me.
Okay. How's this? Ronnie Washington left a lot of unfinished business before he was sent to Lawrence. A lot. I know where $60,000 is. Half of that's yours if you help me. Payable the day you walk out of here. Think you can find something to do with $30,000?
How can I be sure you'll come through?
Come on, man. I wouldn't lie to you. You're my partner. What do you say?
I say you're crazy. If you get caught, I'm going to deny I had anything to do with it.
Listen, if I get caught, I'm going to deny I had anything to do with it.
May I?
We were just about to
Yes,
leave.
but of course.
I see that you caught up with your friends that you're looking for finally, huh?
Caught up?
He means found. Now, if you will excuse
Thank
us.
you for returning this personally.
Well, I wouldn't have it any other way. And somehow I got the feeling that you wouldn't either.
Allow me to give you a little something for your troubles, mister. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name already.
Weaver, Russ Weaver. And no, that won't be necessary. If I could have been some sort of help, that's thanks enough, I guess.
You have. Now, we were about to leave.
Yes. So I see. Well, I hope you'll be back in Kingsley again soon. I'd like a chance to continue our conversation.
That would be very nice.
Until then.
Go to a bar with an American boy while we wait, hoping that you're not in some kind of trouble.
Ah, so she can do wrong in your mind, Samir.
I
Delightful.
went down to watch the lobby. I was afraid you two might have been detained,
It
sir.
looks as if you watched more than the lobby.
Do not make more of the situation than there is, Samir. He is, as you say, a boy. And his actions reflect that. But to imply that I would deliberately endanger our mission, that I resent.
Deliberate or not, Your Highness, it is a fact. This Russ Weaver is one more person who has seen us. And I assume you noticed the particular attention he paid to the box.
He looked only at me. And this is just a simple matter.
For your sake, Princess, I certainly hope so. Is he gone?
Yes.
Good, let's hurry.
So nobody got a look at the car?
By the time we broke out of the office, they were gone.
Oh, why was I so stupid? The moment that guy started making comments about the Bible, I should have packed it up and taken it out of there.
Bible should have never been taken out of the museum in the first place. My guess is that it's probably as valuable as it's rumored to be, huh?
Judging from their comments, they thought so.
Or the people that hired him thought so.
You think they were just hired guns?
Local thugs wouldn't know beans about the value of a 16th century German Bible. My guess is the people are overseas. That's why we're watching the airports.
John, don't you think that they might try to lay low for a little while and wait till things quiet down before they tried to move it out of the area?
Maybe.
In other words, you're not making any guarantees about getting it back.
I don't make guarantees.
Babs just told me to come right in. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sure it's all right. She probably thought you were involved with this. It's okay, though. Stick around.
Involved with what?
Jeremy brought the Dar es Salaam Bible to the clinic this morning, and it was stolen.
At gunpoint.
By two men that our esteemed Sergeant Brubaker here seems insistent on letting get away.
Your grasp of the situation is stunning as usual, Harold.
John, my point is that a 6.5-foot tall black African and a little B-movie Nazi carrying around some old trunk with an old Bible in it aren't going to be too hard to spot.
What did you just say?
The men that stole the Bible, one of them was a tall black African. And
Scarf right here? The other guy sounded like a little Nazi, about that tall?
Where did you see them?
King's Arms Hotel, room 212.
I don't understand.
I want Vaughn and I to be married as soon as possible. I thought you'd be thrilled.
Well, I thought that your feelings about Vaughn were... Well, I thought a good deal more would have to change before you entered into marriage. Are you telling me that you feel differently about him?
No.
Then why?
Isn't that a rather cruel question, Father?
No.
I'm doing this for your sake. You want to save the company from being taken over by the Sumners. Mom needs care. The family's financial position.
But we are all prepared to wait so that you can finish college.
Why should I spend 4 years dreading the inevitable? I just want to get this over with and see if maybe some good can come of it.
Now, look, Courtney, sweetheart, I know that I have pressured you into this,
Dad,
but...
stop pretending. If this thing has got to be done, and you know that it does, then I want to do it now. I can't live like this any longer.
No. Not till you finish your college.
Why? Is so much going to change between now and then?
I'm not clairvoyant, perhaps, but I don't know.
I thought that coming to Kingsley was what I wanted, but I was wrong. Kingsley College can't give me anything that I don't already have. Besides, it's made things even worse.
Well, you're assuming that they won't get better. That it is too early to
It is
think...
not too early, and things aren't going to get better. I want to have a baby.
What?
I'm not going to pretend that I love Vaughn or that maybe someday I will. But he can give me a child. I can love that. Dad, I can pour all my energies into a baby because I know it would make you and Mom so happy. It's the one positive thing that'll come from this.
Who would have thought that there would be so many twists to this whole affair with my mother? I certainly didn't. But I think you did. You know, I'm really very disappointed in myself. I should have seen through all those inconsistencies earlier. But at the time, I was only interested in getting back at my father, which was my first mistake, believing that you were all you said you were. It wasn't until I found that second bullet hole in my apartment that I realized that getting you elected to Congress was probably the reason my mother was murdered.
There could be 100 explanations for that second bullet hole.
Mm-hmm. But only one of them is correct. And as much as I dislike my sister,
I will not see her go to prison for something she didn't do.
However, you are willing to see my career end for something I didn't do?
We have no idea what the outcome of another investigation might be.
Amber, please. I am begging you. Don't go to the police with this other bullet hole that you found. Anything that it's in my power to give you, I will. Only don't do this.
I think it's too late for campaign promises, Lee. I called Brubaker earlier and I told him everything.
What do you think of the name Preston Carpenter Sumner?
No, Courtney, Nucky, stop it.
What's wrong?
Now, I want you to listen to me. A lot can happen in 4 years. Only death is absolute. No, you listen. I want you to stay here at Kingsley and keep up your relationship with Vaughn just as it is. Financially, 84 looks very good. And I'm optimistic about 85. Now, all I need are 3 years, just 3 good years, and then I could, well, I can break away from carpenter shipping. I could start a business of my own again. And in that period of time, who knows, they might even find a way to help your mother. Now, look, all those things are possible if you just wait, honey. Don't rush into a marriage with Vaughn.
What kind of man would tolerate my pushing him away for 4 years? Vaughn's no fool. Daddy, I love you, but you're retired now, and the kind of money that you need to stand up to the Sumners would take you half a lifetime to accumulate. And Mom will never be what she was. You've got to give up that hope, Dad. If not for yourself, then do it for me. It's just too painful to me to hear you go through that time and time again. No more illusions. The doctors have told us that she's only going to get worse. She'll never get better.
When you were a little baby, I used to call you my princess. Oh, how I dreamed of the day when you'd find your Prince Charming. And the kind of love your mother and I had. Now, what a wonderful plan she had for your wedding. But now your marriage is nothing more than the survival of a tattered family. A father who's slipping financially. A mother who's slipping mentally. I'm sorry, Courtney. I'm so sorry.
I know. I wish I could be that princess again. I wish we could all go back and make different choices.
So do I, baby. Oh, my, so do I.
What's the matter, Lee? Can't think of anything to say to that?
You've no idea what you've just done.
I don't think you give me enough credit. Look, we both know who shot my mother. And soon Brubaker will know, too. I don't know why you have such a long face. You're not the one who's going to prison.
And I'm not going to Congress either. Do you think that the party or the voters are going to separate me from Sebastian?
He's only your campaign manager.
And the person he murdered was only my wife. And I am caught in the middle. And even if the voters understand that I had nothing to do with it, they are going to wonder why I was so stupid to let such a thing happen.
Just goes to show you never underestimate the intelligence of the public. You know, there's a real irony to all of this. I thought that my mother was wrong about you. I thought that her accusations of you were short-sighted and only out of anger. I was convinced that she would come around. And I thought that I would be doing only what she would eventually do by helping you get elected to Congress. But turns out that she was right. And now I finally have the satisfaction of seeing her get her way. Goodbye.
Right. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Good. Got the airports covered.
John, do I have to remind you that there are other ways that they could be getting out of town?
Yeah. Harold, you can remind me of anything you like. It's already taken care of. I don't know how you got involved in this, but it was a lucky break. Somebody's looking after you people.
Amen to that. Well, what now?
Now, I guess we just sit and wait.
Maybe, though. Maybe. I was thinking, you know, if I'd stolen something valuable and I wanted to get out of the city, and I was as conspicuous looking as those guys are, I wouldn't want to take a chance on making a commercial flight.
Yeah, you want to get out as quickly as you could.
Exactly, which means your own plane in a small airport.
Yeah, I go
Or
for
even
that.
a landing strip. Listen, I don't mean to offend you by insulting your friend, but I think Sergeant Brubaker miscalculated it.
You're not insulting me.
I think he should have sent someone to a small airport, if there is one around here.
Yo, there's a little place out near Pembroke. What is that? With that flying school
Oh,
there.
yeah, Grassland Airport.
Yeah, Grassland.
You know, what you said makes sense. I think we ought to call the place and have them, send somebody out there.
No. Sergeant Brubaker's the only one that would understand the logic. Besides, we wouldn't be able to get a hold of him until he reached the airport.
That'd be too late.
That's right, so that leaves us. Anybody want to show me how to get there?